description and picture of the author, a section about my favorite minor character, and a few pictures I drew. On the side panels of my poster, I put each of the 4 characters along with quotes from the book and excerpts from my packet that have to do with them and they're part of the story. This term, I'm reading Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. Before the quarter is over, I will have filled out another packet, created another poster, and have done another oral presentation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Michaela Sweeney from Mrs. Todd's F-Block class. Today I will be introducing another ARP project to you. In 8th grade, our independent reading projects take place once a term. For each project, we are taken to the library to select a book that we are interested in and that suits our reading level. Our end product must consist of an active reading report, a visual like a poster, and a book talk presentation. For my project, I chose to read The Music of Dolphins by Karen Hesse. Now I will present my book talk to you. First, I will give you a short summary of my book without giving away the ending. The main character, Mila, got abandoned on an island where her plane crashed and burned. Her family got rescued by the Navy, but could never find Mila. After 7 years of being raised by dolphins, she finally got rescued. She got taken to a research center which was located in Boston, where she learned the human ways and the English language. She loved all the technology, but she longed for her home in the ocean. The theme of my book also taught a life lesson. It taught that sometimes nature can overpower technology, because she longed for her home in nature. We were given the assignment of choosing 5 words surrounding our book. For my main word, I chose bittersweet, because some parts were pleasant and some parts were very sad, and it was hard to read. I also chose dazzling, joy, nature, and shocking as some of my key adjectives. In this poster, I also include some drawings of dolphins, powerful quotes, facts about my author, character descriptions, and clues about the setting. I am really looking forward to the next book project. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie and Michaela. Before we dismiss school for the day, I would like to point out that a list of upcoming middle school events is listed on the back of tonight's program. We now have our peer leader group. Elena, Sydney, Michaela, and Allie will be presenting.
We're waiting for a poster. Hi, I'm Michaela Sweeney from the Peer Leaders Club at the NRMS. This year in the club, we will be doing things for charities and doing projects for our school. We would first like to mention that the club this year is headed by Miss Caruso and Miss Shkrela. We volunteer our time every Thursday to make a better school environment. We give peer advice and guidance to our fellow students. I have some more peer members here that are going to speak to you about the club.
Hello, I'm Allison Kelleher from the Peer Advisors. This year the club takes place in Miss Caruso's room A5. We will participate in things like Coins for Cures, which we did last year, the local food and can drives, and community work. We try to make positive changes in the school and community to help create a better education. And this is our poster that we have. On our poster we have pictures of most of the people in the Peers Club, and this is our peer leaders group.
Hi, I'm Sydney Brennan, also from the Peers group. In Mrs. Caruso's room, we think of all our ideas and projects. This group has become more and more popular over the years. This year, we have a large amount of people in the club, 35 of our NRMS 8th graders, both boys and girls. This club has a safe and educating environment.
Hi, I'm Elena McNullet from Peers. We do many great things in this club. We will also be doing things during the holidays this year. We will be planning winter dances, celebrating Teacher and Staff Wish List, a holiday-themed days. In the past month, we have done a Veterans Day performance, and I've been taking part in the Project Wisdom. Project Wisdom occurs every week. We say a quote with a topic like nonviolence or happiness, and give the students something to think about for the week. Thank you everyone for listening, and we hope you have a great holiday.
Thank you, Elena, Sydney, Michaela, and Allie. We all value the good work you do for our school. Members of the drama club, Nick, Noah, Maddie, and Anna, are here to perform.
Hello, tonight we will be performing 2 excerpts from the recent drama club auditions. Over 60 members tried out, and we will be having 2 plays in the spring. This monologue is called Is It Good for Me or Not? I wish the scientists would make up their minds about what's good for us to eat and what isn't good for us to eat. Take coffee, for example. Coffee will spurt your growth, my mother always warned. Coffee is bad for your health, my father would tell me. And every morning they would have big mugs of coffee, but could I ever have any? Nope. Of course, any kid covets what's forbidden, so whenever I could, I spent my allowance at Starbucks. I had as many mochas, lattes, cappuccinos as my money could buy. I was already one of the tallest kids in my class, so I figured coffee stunted my growth. No big deal. Now I'm sort of glad that I had all those mochas and lattes. I might be some sort of giant.
Too much homework. My teachers have an ongoing competition to see who can pile up the most homework every week. Mrs. Weatherby is winning. She thinks that every student exists solely to learn more about American history. My parents created the unfortunate rule that homework must be completed before any other activities on school nights. No exceptions. If my house catches fire, I better finish my math problems before I dial 911.
This one is called The Tooth Fairy Forgot. Okay, so when I was little, I'm just gonna say it, I used to love the Tooth Fairy. I mean, come on, who doesn't? And you know, even though I never did really see her as a person, she was one of my favorite beings, and I would always imagine her flying around in sparkly wings in these tiny silver shoes. By the way, whoever thought the Tooth Fairy was a genius, because a little kid whose tooth had ached for days now, and then whose tongue is sore from constantly wiggling that tooth back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and is then scared witless by discovering blood in his own mouth, could easily be a complete and total wreck. You know what I'm saying? So now, the kid is told that the Tooth Fairy will fly into his room at night and take the no-longer-needed, bloody, old, disgusting tooth that no one wants to look at anymore and leave a couple, bucks or quarters under his pillow. So basically, the kid can exchange a bloody old tooth for cash. Cha-ching! So now the kid is happy. He's ecstatic. He cannot wait to lose more teeth. Thank you.
My monologue was, I need a cell phone. The worst part about being a kid is the feeling of helplessness that you get when you know that when you want something. You know that you really need it, but you just can't have it. I want a cell phone. I need a cell phone. I absolutely positively need a cell phone or I'll be a social outcast forever. I'm probably the only kid in my grade who doesn't have a cell phone. I'm probably the only kid in the whole world who doesn't have a cell phone. The reason I don't have a cell phone yet is because my parents are completely and totally paranoid. They think that 20 years from now, any kid who has a cell phone attached to their ear are going to be sprouting tumors and undergoing chemo. I try to tell my dad that, hey, a cell phone could be a safety device, a way for calling for help, if you will. But he just pointed to a bunch of kids in front of the school and said, boy, the 911 lines must be all clogged up with all those kids calling.
Thank you very much. Jackie and Owen are here to present some of the work going on in computer class.
In sixth grade, the tech ed class learns how to use a program produced by MIT called Scratch. Here is an example of a Scratch program that I made while learning everything from Miss Dasho, the tech ed teacher. Now, the goal of this game is you want to shoot the aliens and not get hit by meteorites. Use the arrow keys, and in a couple minutes I'll show you what the commands look like. And when you get hit, it says game over, like it should. And then when a planet appears, you want to land on it. Watch what happens. He asks you our name, so I'll put in North Reading Middle School, and he says hi. And then he proves there's no gravity. Sometimes it gets messed up there, but it looks like it didn't. And he just tripped and fell into a hole, even though there's no gravity. And now he's trapped. The next part of the game is to use the arrow keys to steer him out. Now, when you get here, you need to steer around the stalactites and stalagmites. Next level, you have to play a game called 21. There's 21 pegs, and you need to take out pegs and not be the player to take out the last peg. So when it's the computer's turn, you click go, and when it's your turn, if you want to take out one peg, click 1. If you want to take out 2 pegs, you click 2. And if you want to take out 3 pegs, you click 3. Now I'll just play this game quickly. When you lose a life. So now I have 4 lives, and you have to try again.
Oh, and you wrote all the commands for this,
Yeah.
correct? So Owen created this all himself.
Then if you've won, you go on. Next level has aliens that are going around in the tunnels. You don't want to get hit by them. And now there's lasers. If you get hit by one, you lose a life. I'll show you. Now I only have 3 lives. Now it's another computer that's challenging you to a game of I Spy. It wants you to find 4 worms. See, there's one worm right there. There's a worm right there. There's a worm right there. And I guess this one's a little bit hidden. It's right there. And now you get to play darts. So you move the mouse around to aim,
then